like Detroit in here to me. Here we go. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Chuck, House of Mopar. Cuda project coming up. So the Cuda, you see me do stuff. The stripes haven't fallen off yet. Well, that's the last thing I did. So I've had this car over 10 years. That's how I got back into this sport, this money pit, if you will. It's a local car, originally Petty Blue, TB, it's a 72 Cuda, PB Blue, TB3, Petty Base Blue or Basin Street Blue. All right. The man that had this Denny, he had it from 86 until 10 years ago, and he's passed away. I got the way you see it, sans the interior, and it also had a engine with two spun rod bearings. So it's a 340 out of a 73 St. Louis cars, but all I can tell you, 40 over, cast Eagle crank, Speed Pro pistons. Yeah. Oh, Eddie heads that have been ported by Hughes Engines. Pulled them out a few years ago. About 5. Anyway, so she makes a solid 375 horse. It sounds, its bites, or its bark is worse than its bite. For the bits that this engine has, you would hope it'd make more. If you notice there, those 3 letters, NOS, NOS. That blue tank also says NOS. I never hooked up the nitrous. So, and I didn't plan, I kind of got an inkling too, but, oh, the tank's 20 years old. So whatever. If I was ever going to do a nitrous, which would be fun, I would get a new kit. You got these 7,500, 125 shot kits. So anyway, I am going to put a roll control system in this car. Or in other words, a line lock. I've been wanting to do it because I put that 4-speed in there, and it's not as easy to do burnouts if you want to just show off, right? So, and who doesn't like showing off? A couple guys asked me, am I going to the No Name Nationals? And I'm like, well, I don't know what they are. So I looked, and so what it is, it's in Sikeston, Missouri, 2 hours that way, roughly from me. And if you got 500 subscribers on your YouTube channel, you can enter. Thank you so much. Anyway, so I have that. I thought, oh, what the hell? It's in September, and it is the weekend after we go to Bowling Green. So there's 2 weekends in a row. I'd have to get off from work. We'll see. So anyway, with all that jabbering done, we got this little roll control system I bought from one of our Jay. Jay's got a car, the Panther Pink 72 Duster, I believe it is. I don't know, it's a Duster. I think it's a 72. So what I would like to do, I'm not using that. We've got to hook this up. I want to put it in the ashtray. Alarm the system with that. And then this is going to go on my shifter, except this is made for the Hurst shifter, which is smaller than the one that is in my car. It's really a cheap piece of junk, guys. Yeah, whatever. So I bought these because I'm going to modify that. That comes apart. This slides over. I think I got the picture posted. So these things are for wrapping computer cables together. They're Velcro strips. So that's how these guys zip tie their computer cables together in their house. And they're like 50 for 10 bucks. I can use Velcro. So that's the ones I found online. The Cuda. I've had trouble with the brakes on this, honestly. It stops, but it's really just applying pressure to one side of the rotor. Factory disc brake car. Everything's new. Rubber, steel, master, 15/16 master, right stuff master. Those master cylinders suck. There's one on that car, and there's one on the Duster. And they really, they're 75 bucks. They're a good price, but typical Chinese stuff. They started, and this is sold by Mancini's too, but they started making the this one was leaking on me. They don't drill it deep enough for this to seat. So anyway, the proportioning valve. I'm going to pull this thing apart, clean this off, and go ahead and try to get this thing rebuilt, if you will. So if that wasn't too long, stand by. I'll hook you up here somewhere, and you can watch me on the struggle bus dumping brake fluid. All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to troubleshoot a little bit. So why I'm doing this, all this extra BS, like rebuilding that prop valve. While this car was sitting, when I was working on Louise the whole time, all of a sudden my brakes got started working really well. Like if you push the brake on, you would, she'd stop like that. Well, I never did that. And as you know, stuff doesn't fix itself. It's kind of what you'd hope for, but the brakes have kind of sucked. So I'm going to push the brake down, jack up the front end, and see. I was thinking maybe that right front wheel was locking up. So, I don't know. I just don't know. We're troubleshooting. So I'm going to set the brakes, push this against the seat, and see what happens. Okay, so the front wheels are off the ground. You would hope that's locked up, yeah. And that was locked up. Well, yeah, I don't know, guys. What I was expecting, like I said, I was thinking maybe that this side was locking up early. I got a really stiff pedal. It hasn't been that way. Usually I had to pump it with the Chinese right stuff master cylinder. So anyway, all right, figured that out. All right, here we go. One thing about having a YouTube channel is you do stuff that you've been putting off for years. The kit, the prop valve kit that I got, is it 2 years I've had that? Of course, I started Louise, and it was just like I got plenty to take care of. How you like that hammer? I've had that since high school. It's 40 years old. Anyway, 41. Yeah, I bought it not knowing what I do with it. So I got a proportioning valve. So it limits, for disc brake cars, you guys know, it limits the pressure to the backs, and it's a combination prop valve distribution block. What I was thinking about doing here was going back to the 70-71, this is first year for this. In 70-71, they just had a brass block where everything went into, went out, went to the back, went to the front, and they had a hold-off valve and also another valve, which there's two other valves that would be in the back. Still available. This is not available. Anyway, so I'm going to throw some towels down. I got some cardboard, keep most of the brake fluid off everything, and go from there. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'll time lapse this, guys, eventually, but this is one of these jobs where you're just not sure where you're gonna, how it's gonna, you know, play out. So anyway, all right, fun coming up. Here we go. that was pretty painless. So, I have cleaned this up more than once, and you get a leak, and you know, brake fluid doesn't play well with paint. So I'm gonna wire wheel this off and pull it apart and go from there. So anyway, roll control. Yeah, so that's when you can do a burnout. You can hold that button down and lock the front wheels up after you've engaged everything. Depress the pedal. And then you can do a burnout. Heat up your tires or just make smoke like some jackass, right? And yeah. So yeah, I'll clean this up and move this party, and we'll show you what's inside. Okay. Cleaned up. Just took the wire wheel to it. I think that I will just dust this with clear. Stupid, yeah, probably, because it's going to get, it'll go bad again. So this is your, for your, let me make sure, brake light, right? So if you blast out, this is the rear port for the rear brakes. If you blow the line back there, the shuttle will go in there, set your light off. So anyhow, can you guys see okay? Let's get you a little closer. I bought this kit 2 years ago, just over Muscle Car Research. They make kits for this. Honestly, this is the third time I've been into this thing. Not that I know what I'm doing now, but it, oh shit, my seals were looking pretty good before, I'll be honest with you. There's that, there's that, there's that. Yeah, so that'll go into there. That goes against this, it goes in. So anyway, what's the kit come with? Comes with, I think these seals are on the shuttle. There's that spring there. Could be one of these. I'm just going to replace stuff, and we'll go from there and see how it is. So yeah, okay. Here we go again. All right, GoPro battery died during the discussion. So, it's apart. I put it back together. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I'll show you guys here what I did. So, here's your shuttle that goes back and forth. You guys see where I'm at? You see what I'm selling here? Inside. So if you lose pressure, one side will move, it'll make contact, and it'll turn your light on, and you'll probably notice you don't have brake pressure. Now this all slides into here. Of course, nothing wants to slide out after, what is it, 50 years this year. I think I ought to polish this up a little. So I just took a little bit of green stuff. I don't know if that's too much, but just slide out. So it'll all go back together. Everything's been changed. The only one I couldn't do, this is like a cup on here, and it's just not doing the deal. And what happens is, I believe if you do lose brakes, this will be popped out, you know, as an oops, shit, I'll lose that, as an indication of that you lost brakes. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back together, douche it off with some brake clean, and incidentally, everything's getting just lubed up with old .3, right? So yeah, let me get this back together, douche it up, and spray it with some clear, and go from there. Alrighty then, look at there, all purty. Does look better, doesn't it? Not crispy and crunchy and nasty. I stuck a bunch of these in here just to keep crap from going in. When I douched it, douche-la-louche with the brake clean, and I just hit it with satin clear. This is not factory. That's that switch, right? Oh, P.S. So this one here they didn't give me a new O-ring, and I have O-rings, right? Well, it just wasn't. It didn't make me happy. It was just not going in. So anyway, okay. So this thing replaces this, and it looks like that's how, and that goes in there. So when you bleed your brakes, when this thing's done, you don't, push the shuttle valve one way and F things up. So anyway, all right. I'm not going to go do a time lapse on the reinstall. I'll just get her done and show you when I got all the lines in. All right. All right. All right. She's in. Yeah, she's in. I'm certain something's gonna leak. Probably this biatch right here, because that's what it does. Anyway, so let's put these over here. Now the next thing is going to be finding where to put this valve in. One side says in, that's in. So that's the fronts, right? Okay, it's got to go down to there. That open one. So I went ahead and hooked everything up because I'm going to have to work around it. And we'll make her look factory as possible. The question is, over here somewhere would be ideal. In fact, there's not much wrong with that right there, right? Nice flat spot. I'm never going to have a hood on this thing with hinges. They're all there. They've been bonded over. What I say was in. No, that won't work that way, obviously, but anyway. Yeah, that's next. Find out where to put this sucker. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Find a spot. These wires, doesn't matter which one you use. In fact, let's just put them on the battery and see if this thing makes noise. I don't even know if this works. I think Jay, where'd you get this thing, Jay? Somebody? Yeah, let's see if it makes noise. There we go. Didn't make any noise. Well, that might suck. I have to go get a new one. I hope not. Shit. Dang it. Get in there. Okay, we'll call that half-assed. Let's see. Oh! Looks like it works. Good. All right, Jay. You can breathe now. All right. Here we go.
The next day.
Okay, next day. New day, used car. So, where's the prop valve going? Where I want it is down here. You're gonna see that is, well, that's where it's going. I'll show you in a minute. Or whatever, it's not a prop valve. The line lock valve. I gotta cut these off. They've been cutting my hand up. Anyway, good spot for everything, I think. The problem I was gonna have was drilling. Okay, so I'm using riv nuts. I don't have one here. I'll show you. And it takes 3/8 inch bit, right? Well, yeah, even with this little doohickey here, not good. And I thought, well, you know what? You have step bits. So sure enough, especially if I do like a little pilot bit, I can get in there to mount this thing. That's where it's going. Nice spot, no? Canadian guys. I figured out what I'm an idiot. I figured out what A is. It's kind of like if a guy says, hey, she's got nice legs, right? Or she's got nice legs, no? It's like, she's got nice legs, eh? I got you guys. Okay. But I didn't bend that bit. Anyway, okay, so yeah. The prop valve. Or, you know what it is. These idiots, this is not an expensive unit, but, this thing doesn't have inverse flares. Is that what they're called, guys? So that you can put a brake line in there. Yeah. I discovered that and I'm like, well, balls. So I ordered these. I don't know what these were. 10, 12 bucks shipped for 2. At least they had them. Inline tube, I think, had them. But it adds ugliness and it adds distance and what the hell. Okay. Whatever. So, yeah. I'm not going to put the loops in this thing. You know, for body flex. I consulted the professor about 2 things. I'm like, Jeff, what's up with the... I said, this is a unibody car. This doesn't move. This doesn't move. It's not a frame, you know, there's no frame. There's no body mounts that flex or any of that. So I'm leaving them out. I will leave a little space, you know, because things vibrate. The other thing that concerned me, I started thinking, will the prop valve, you see that little thing there? Okay, if you lose pressure, that pops out. And when you bleed the brakes, that pops out, hence that thing right there, right? Well, he said he's got him on his Dart, and yeah, sure enough, the brake light does come on, but it goes back. Now, the way the factory service manual says, and it works on my 2nd gen Dodge truck when you bleed the brakes, you just stand on the brake pedal and it'll pop and it goes back. Hopefully, it'll just do it on its own. So, okay, rib nuts. I call them rib nuts. Other people call them nut zerts. I think the vast majority of everybody calls them rib nuts. I'm using these quarter 20 bolts. I think these were from the shop truck that held the pan on the bottom of the, you know, the intake plenum repair I did. And I'm using them. The ones you buy, they're so damn long. Right? Not much shorter, but factory stuff. No, that's not it. Whatever. I don't have one anymore. Used them all. Factory stuff is just, you need them shorter generally for stuff like all of that. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and install this thing, get the holes drilled, and come back while we're figuring out the lines. All right, here we go. All right, she's mounted. Wasn't the worst thing. I mean, how bad can it be? And I did get in pretty good with a bit, is what I mean. Naturally, there was something in the way in there. I got around it. But if you guys don't have one of these Cyclops lights, I think they're under $40 shipped. I think Mortsky uses them. I saw it there. I'm like, I'm getting one. And by God, yeah. Small, all that, all day power probably. Anyway, so whatever. PSA over. Something else I found. So now I'm gonna have to make a line to there. Goes into this, and yeah, I have. It's pipe thread, but I put Teflon on. Don't worry, it doesn't go all the way to the end. We're not dealing with. You don't use pipe thread on gas, right? For your house, anyway. So, but check this out. This thing is clockable. How cool is that? How neat is that, right? Anyway. That's cool. That's going to simplify things quite a bit. Yeah, make a big old, I'm going to make a loop. Pretty little loop. Anyway. All right. Let's get to her.
The next day.
Yeah, boy. That is melting snow. I got my door open. I don't know what it is, 50? Yeah, anyway. Well, yeah, it's the next day even from it's going slow. Stuff comes up. What are you going to do? Anyway, so I took the original brake line and ran it, you know, down. Why not? I had it. It's got the fancy loop. This is the one I made. Looks like SHIT, sort of. As long as it doesn't leak. We'll see. I got this little bitty guy here for bending lines. It's okay. But I used this some, in here some, and this stuff here is what you put on armor for your brake lines, right? Y'all seen that on brake lines so they don't rub. I don't know how much I got, a lot, and Wasn't stupid money, especially when you're going to be building something. Double flared. So yeah, I wrapped that around the line, and it keeps it from squishing when you're effing with it. And you can even hammer on it too. So yeah, I mean, that's a line. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to leak. So we'll get this thing pressurized up, and you can follow along. Okay, can you see me now? We're gonna, it's a little low in the rear. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, of course, it's been open. So I got this deal. Here, we're gonna pump it up with this guy. I don't know where I got it. Somewhere, they sell them everywhere. And then you put this plate on there. Okay, it works. Oh crap. Where my chains are. So the reservoirs, I should wipe that off. And then I put 2 lines on there where so that I get it centered here. There's supposed to be a couple chains in here. It is a tremendous mess doing this, but it works pretty well. You just pump it up, fill up your reservoir there, and yeah. But it fills a or you fill up the tank, pump her up to about, I don't know, 10 psi or something, and away it goes. So yeah, I know that my son has used this. The chains should be in here. Let me get into my brake bucket. Because if they're not in there, I will be sad. And he's going to be sad soon after. Oh. Yeah, I'll make him sad. He's sad because he's going to pump my brakes. I'll make him get under the car. Oh, there they are. Not where they are supposed to be. Yeah. He'll be sad because he's under the car pumping brakes. Whatever. I'm too organized sometimes. I outbox myself. So this goes in here, chain goes underneath. It's kind of a pain in the ass, honestly, but like I said, one guy can do this. So yeah, let me get this on here, and I'll show you the rest. All right, so I went and cracked the right rear. Let some pressure out. This thing's full. I'll pump it up and show you what I get. Okay, so fluid is definitely going in. And at 6 psi, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to take it to. So far, I don't see any leaking. That's the rear. We'll see. Okay, let's have us a look. No, I don't see any rear leaking yet. Still got 10. I mean, you wouldn't hope. I mean, you never, yeah, you don't want it to leak. All right, let me go crack that line back there and let you know what I see. All right, definitely have flow. My flow's made out of linoleum. Yeah. So far it looks dry, guys. Looking dry. It's flowing out of the right rear. What I got for pressure? Holding. That's down to 7. God, I'm gonna run out of fluid. right back. Definitely a few bubbles. Okay. Still holding at 7. Still got fluid. Still happy. All right, I'll get back to you here. All right, the rears are bled because I'm an idiot. I didn't have the plate back far enough, so just a little bit of sliver of the master showing. And I'm going to show you the river of brake fluid on the floor in a minute. But first I'm going to go ahead and loosen the right front. And we're looking for leaks here and up at the top and there. And yeah. All right. Let me find my stuff. Sometimes I'm an idiot. All right. Oh hell. I knocked you. Quite a bit of air. I don't know if I knew where I left my flashlight. I'm getting in a hurry, and that's causing trouble. Well, I don't see any leaks yet. All right. Yeah. No leak there. I don't see any up here. There. Over. Let's see, the right front's over here. Yeah, it looks good, guys. All right. Let me continue. I'm a dumbass. I'll tell you why. This stupid GoPro, I had it on take a picture, so we lost some. So you heard me saying I bled the rears, they came out good. I bled the fronts, and they came out good. And what you didn't get to see was how damn full this thing was. All right, so I got her down now. Brake fluid everywhere. Yep. Pissed me off, but you know where I didn't have it? I didn't have it out of here. It's my line I made myself. It didn't come out of there, or it didn't come out down there. So my lines are tight. Oh, jeez. I'm a dumbass. Watch. Look at that. You see that? Oh my God. That's a river of brake fluid. God bless me. And on the tires, that was the worst. Yeah. Jeez. Look at that. It's going to take a lot to clean that crap up. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. So, yeah, like I said, I was in a hurry. I wanted to get this done. You know, I don't need to tell you, you get in a hurry, you screw stuff up. I didn't screw up too bad. So they're bled. And it's a few days before I get back to this, unfortunately. Just the way things go. So anyway, all right, yeah. Let me get a bunch of rags.
1 week later.
Let's finish this up. All right, yeah, about a week later. My boss likes me to work. Family stuff, so anyway. Mess cleaned up. I'm sure there's some under the tires. I'm gonna have to clean that, roll this thing out and make sure that I clean that up. So anyway, I'm gonna park you guys. What I'm gonna do is get the old prop rod and depress the brakes. So we're gonna see, we know it doesn't leak with 10 PSI. How about we see if it leaks with 600 PSI? So I'm gonna put you guys over here and you tell me if you see anything leaking. Dang thing, I had you guys all set up. I can't imagine that it doesn't leak, but grab my wrenches. I ain't the worst idea to throw a rag down here, no. Forget about it. I got my buddy Mikey Persico out in New York, grew up in Brooklyn. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. All right. Pushing the brake down. I'm gonna get a towel for my door so I don't hit the satellite. All right. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Didn't want to cooperate. What do you see? What do you see? I don't see anything. Give me a workout. Stupid thing. I don't see anything. Why is it not leaking? That ain't right. Guys, I don't see anything. What about the bottom? Let's feel. I don't see anything. Oh, that's a win. I'm gonna pump it a few more times, see if it still wants to not leak. All right. All right. So what I want is I have an arming switch. It'll be in here. This is the ashtray. I gotta be careful. This is just, this was blue, petty blue, or B5 or whatever the hell. I should get a towel. Anyway, scratch it up, my ashtray. Anyway, yeah, that was a restoration in itself. Pull it apart, blasted it. Anyhow, I believe I'm gonna have to have it back here so this thing will close. I'm gonna go look at that. So I'm gonna make a piece of steel, and I pictured just using some Velcro to hold it. I was gonna make two sides, you know, fold it this way so it slid in. I think I'm just gonna do, you know, do one bend and see where it wants to be after that. Can you see where I'm at here? Yeah. I'm gonna go look again, see how much room I have when it's closed. And then I have to run the switch. This will go to my shift handle, and it'll all work like a charm. Okay, I think I got something I can live with here. So my switch, couple bends in there, right there. I'll put Velcro there, and I got plenty of room when the door's closed. I thought I'd just overlap it here because when you flip the switch, it'd have something to press on. I'm gonna do this in, oh, I got 18 gauge. Of course, the wiring, there's no hole in the back of this. I don't plan on drilling one. That would be the smart move. I'm not big on tearing shit up. Maybe I will, I don't know. It is what it is. I could put a grommet in there. That would be clean. And you got a hole in the back of your ashtray, but who cares, I suppose, right? I bent these guys up a little, you know. I have to bend them more. Anyway, so I'll make this out of metal. That is, there's a little, I got a little gap on each side. I don't know how tight I'm gonna make it. Probably not tighter. What the hell, right? All right. I don't know if I'll time lapse this or not. Cutting this out, forming it. Maybe I'll cut it out and show you guys bending it upstairs. So we'll see. It's getting long. Well, got her cut out. Looks like crap, but anyway. This is my metal brake in my attic of the garage. Fortunately, this thing only goes to 90 degrees. So this one, the one on the bottom, of course, you know, it's more than that. So yeah. Anyway, let me bend this up at least to 90. Or does it go more? I don't know. Goes that far. Goes more than 90. Oh hell. Might have something here. The start of something in there. Yeah. start of something. Yeah. Not a very crisp edge. I've had this thing quite a while. You have to redraw this line. That ain't gonna work. But that's all right. Let's bend her some more. This is essentially a Harbor Freight jobby, but I didn't buy it at Harbor Freight. Some dude had them. It's 36 inch. Probably see. Some guy must have bought a bunch, and I bought one. I think it was 125 bucks. I've had it a few years now, but yeah. Let's see what that does. I don't use it much. At the time I bought it, I had been using, you know, the anvil and stuff. I don't hate that. Nope, should show you guys. I don't hate that at all. All right, let me remark the top, and we'll bend it. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I didn't take into account, you know, I haven't done much of this, so I don't take into account that, you know, the lines aren't as, the bend's not, in this thing, the bend's not going to be as crisp, which is, I can make it crisp, I guess. You notice I didn't drill a hole yet. Yeah, I figured I can get in there, fit a 2x in there and drill in, so let's put a little turn in this. Yeah, let's start. All right, what do we got here? Oops, I didn't have it in there. Put a little more. I'm trying to follow that line there. I got room. I think I got room down there. I can put a little more in. Come on there. There we go. A little bit more. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Is that it? I guess. There we go. All right, let's see what we have here. I think I've decided I am going to drill a hole in the back of my, yeah. How that works. No? Yeah, that's good. Good enough for, you know what? All right, I'm going to drill a hole in the back of here. Screw it. Put a grommet, run my wires through. All right. All right, I think I'm done with quote-unquote the easy stuff. One grommet. I needed short bits, guys. So I bought these. They don't even disguise where they come from. Broke one immediately when I was putting in the rib nuts over there. Junk. I'll give them a shot. We here hit it with some wrinkle paint. How about that? It doesn't stick up too high. Doesn't stick up at all. I got room back here. I was debating whether I had to put the hole there. That might not have worked for the wires. And I'm still going to have to run the one for the switch, this guy, because the plan is eventually just to have this all looped in here, right? But it's got to go somewhere. So I don't know. And it ain't any too long, let me tell you that. So anyway, yep, let's get to wiring. All right, guys, I left it behind, but that's all right. So yeah, as you might have noticed, well, I'm going to comment. I did comment, but which one was leaking? Oh, that one. I guess it's good now. Anyway, so yeah, the return is what this is. Comes in here, comes around here. I got it all pretty sanitary. Anyway, let's see if we can turn this. I got to put a piece of Velcro strip on there. I'm going to put a tie wrap there so they can't jerk it out. And let's see. Powered up. Lights on. Okay. And listen up. Oh, yeah, I already did it. All right, here's this. Might work. Might freaking work. All right, shut her off. Get her tidied and tested. All right, guys, buttoning, finishing it. I know it's dark in here a little bit. So I stuck a tie wrap on there so I can't jerk this out. I sure do hope this thing's going to be long enough. I need to pull these through. I'll tell you what, it's going to be barely long enough. I'm going to buy this Velcro, and I think I'm only going to put a couple pieces on the bottom just to hold it in place so she doesn't want to move around. And then we'll start her up and see if it works. I gotta also, to make this work on my shifter down here, I have to take some of these long Velcros I told you about, for cable ties. Yeah, see if that's going to be the ticket. I don't know if I'm going to try to get it long enough to put around here or down here, or what the hell I'm going to do yet. Anyway, all right. I don't know how much you can see. Sorry for the not being bright. I guess I should have put a light in here, better light than this. Get another one of these. That other one I got, it's junk. So anyway, okay, open up, pull it out. It just barely reaches. They had other ones you could do that were like a phone cord coiled. This is, what do you want to call it? Barely adequate? Now, I don't think, of course, this is mostly always going to be right in there. But you can see it goes through all the, it's already slipping down. That's okay though, because it goes through all the gears, doesn't pull too far. So, it's just barely good. Turn it on. Hold your deal, put her into first, step on the brake, okay, let the brake off, keep on going, and away we go. Alright, okay, let's get her warmed up, and I'm going to go out and check on the, if I got any more brake issues, leaks. This is a cold start. Alright guys, she's warming, she's warmed up. I got a brake light, not unexpected. There we go. You see that? It went out when I pushed the brake in. It's because that pin means it's working, I guess. Alright, let's back out of here. Get in the driveway. Whoa, wrong way. Let's get on the driveway and see what the hell the deal is. Alright. You still see me? working. Jeez, I'm a pretty good half-ass garage mechanic. All right, I'm gonna back her up. All right.
She's staying pretty darn straight there.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Sean's here. You want to be famous, Sean?
I guess I didn't mean to talk.
You're famous now.
I forgot about
His
that.
dad's a fireman. Yeah. I'm happy. Look at that. Yeah. These tires are old. They're about 9 years old. It's getting there. I cheated with water. I want to make sure. I mean, I knew it. She should burn out. Yeah. All right. That's cool. All right. We done. We'll leave that there. All right. See you guys. Thanks.